Namaste. There's a lot of talk about India's rise. But what does that actually mean as we head towards 2026? What's really driving this incredible transformation? Well, in this explainer, we're going to break down the key forces, the economy, the people, and the geopolitics that are shaping India's immediate future. Let's dive right in.
Just look at this. This skyline isn't just a pretty picture. It's a symbol of pure, unadulterated ambition. We're talking about a GDP that's projected to blow past the $5 trillion mark by 2026. But the real story, the one that really matters, it's happening down on the ground, with innovations that are set to completely redefine India's place in the world.
All right, so here's our game plan. We'll start with the powerhouse, the economic engine itself. Then, we'll look at the incredible jobs of the future that are popping up. After that, we'll get into the infrastructure connecting the whole country, India's strength on the world stage, and then we'll wrap it all up with a grand vision for 2026.
So, what's really fueling this incredible rise? Well, that brings us straight to our first big topic, the economic engine. This is the very heart of India's transformation, and let me tell you, right now it is firing on all cylinders.
And look, this upward trajectory isn't just some number you see on a spreadsheet. No, this is a real phenomenon you can feel all across the country. We're seeing explosive growth in so many sectors, from the booming digital economy to a totally revitalized manufacturing base. This isn't just a simple recovery, it's a deep, fundamental shift in how the Indian economy works.
And if you dig into the numbers, you can see exactly what's driving it. You've got more foreign investment pouring in, a really stable macroeconomic environment, and a huge surge in people buying things at home. It's created this amazing, positive feedback loop, and that is what's giving investors the confidence to bet big on India's future.
So, with this incredible economic engine humming along, you've got to ask, right? Who's really benefiting the most from all of this? Well, the answer is pretty clear. It's India's greatest asset, its people. Let's take a look at the human capital that's powering this revolution.
And that leads us to the real heroes of this whole story, the human capital. We're talking about the young people, the innovators, the brilliant minds who are literally creating India's workforce of tomorrow today.
You see, all this economic stability, it's basically the launch pad for a brand new era of job creation. A healthy, growing economy gives companies the confidence to hire and expand, and that's leading to this explosion of opportunities, especially for India's young, super tech-savvy population.
And we are not talking about your typical 9-to-5s here. We're seeing AI labs absolutely buzzing with activity, green tech companies creating sustainable solutions, and digital innovation just turning every single sector upside down. From these massive booming cities to these high-tech hubs, the future of work is literally being built as we speak.
But okay, all this innovation, all this incredible human talent, it needs one more thing to really truly take off. It needs world-class connections to tie it all together.
And let me tell you, India is rising to that challenge, building these connections at a mind-blowing pace. So let's check out the infrastructure marvels that are literally wiring up the nation for the future. Think of these like brand new arteries, pumping life and commerce across the country. Huge projects like the Bharat Yojana are creating this incredible web of highways and expressways. They're slashing travel times, cutting logistics costs, and just fueling growth in every single corner of the nation.
This whole undertaking is completely changing the physical landscape of the country. It's connecting people, cities, and opportunities on a scale that, honestly, it was just unimaginable even a decade ago. This is the physical backbone for that 2026 vision.
Now, this quote really highlights a crucial point. While India is busy building all these bridges, both physical and economic at home, it's also making sure its borders are secure. And that brings us to the geopolitical reality that makes all this growth possible.
Because let's be real, growth and prosperity don't happen in a vacuum. You absolutely need stability. And that stability is being guaranteed by India's growing strength on the world stage, making sure there's a secure future for all these ambitions.
And when you look at these incredible mountains, it's really the perfect metaphor for India's foreign policy. Firm, unshakable, and completely resolute. This strong stance is so important for securing the country's borders and protecting its interests in what is, let's face it, a very complicated world.
And the world is absolutely taking notice. That Indian flag, it no longer just represents a developing nation. It represents a key player in global affairs, with a voice that's getting louder and louder in forums like the G20 and the Quad.
Okay, so let's bring it all home. From all the challenges to these incredible triumphs, India's story as we barrel towards 2026 is just this powerful narrative of resilience and absolutely unwavering ambition.
So there you have it, a roaring economy, a workforce that feels like it's straight out of the future, world-class infrastructure connecting it all, and a secure, confident place in the world. What started out as a bold idea is now becoming a very tangible reality. This is the vision for India in 2026.
And that brings us to the end of our breakdown. But honestly, India's story is just getting started. So now I want to turn it over to you. What's your bold prediction for India in 2026? Drop a comment and let me know. Jai Hind!